welcome back to Steph's Veg. This is day 14. It's going to be a short one today. Haven't got a lot of time, so I'm going to be planting my onions that I grew from seed beginning of February. They don't seem to be getting very much bigger in these little sale trays, so I'm going to chance it and put them out in the soil in the ground today. Hopefully they'll pick up a bit more and they'll start growing. So I've got my kneeler, I'm going to be kneeling and doing quite a bit of kneeling. I've got a stick to make the little holes because it doesn't need to be a big hole today. And then I'll just be pulling them out, well, taking them out the cells and then putting them in rows about 4 to 6 inches apart. So I will crack on and do this. I've got my stick, trying to get it in the ground, but the ground is a bit harder than I expected. So I'm going to have to dig it over first to make it a bit looser. So I need to just go and get my fork. I'll be back. See how hard it is for this. Oh, it's not too bad. Just dig it over slightly. Doesn't need to be too deep, just to loosen the soil. And then I'll give it a rake. So I'm literally just loosening the soil. Doesn't have to be dug right very deep because then they're only going to be planted shallowly. So I'm just literally loosening the soil, giving it a turn over, and then I'll be raking it over to make it flatter and smoother, and then ready for planting the onions. So I'm nearly done. So I'm just going to do this last bit here. Right, let's get the rake and just sort of flatten out the lumpy bits. I don't want lumps in the soil or stones. So just sort of rake it over. Any lumps just sort of flatten. Like that. I need to get a drink. Okay, so I'm just finishing off the last little bit here. Most of the lumps are out. Right. That'll be fine. Another stone. Right, I'm sure I'll find more stones as I'm going along. Right, that seems pretty smooth. And now I'm going to go and get a drink to quench my thirst. I've made a couple of holes just to show you what I'm doing with a stick. Not too deep, but make them a bit wider at the top. I've got one of the onions out of the little seed tray, and I'll keep as much soil as possible. And then all I'm going to do is pop that in there gently, and then put some more soil around it to hold it in place. So that's all it is. Okay, so I've got another one here. Just gently put it in the hole. and pat it down, and then just leave it. And then once they're all done, I'll make another hole. Spoon, get the onion out, pop it in the hole, press it down gently. There we go. So I'm going to crack on with all of this lot, and hopefully they'll survive. I use onion, garlic and shallot seed. I buy it from Marshall's Garden Centre. I'm just going to get a few handfuls and just scatter it over. This lasts all season, so I don't have to feed it again. That one's empty. Let's get the other one. So just a few handfuls over. Oops, a bit hard in there. Just going to give them a light soaking, as they're really quite fragile at the moment, so I don't want to get them too wet. So, just to give them a hand. Okay. Now I've got my label with the name on it. It's a brown onion called Exhibition. The date on the back, the 9th of April 2025. I've actually planted 86 in there, so hopefully all of them will take. I'm expecting to lose a few, but that's all part and parcel of gardening. So I'll stick this in so I know what's what, and happy growing. Well, my onions are in. I'm hoping that they're going to grow, but if they don't, then I'll just sow some more. But fingers crossed, they're going to, now they're in the store, they're going to have more room to grow rather than in the seed tray. My next job, I'm not going to be down for a couple of days now, but my next job, I'm going to be bringing my peas down that I sowed at home, because they're getting ready now to be planted out, and they're going to be going in here. I've got a few little jobs that I need to do. I need to cut the membrane, but I can show you that in another video. Well, I think that's it for now. So hope you've enjoyed watching. Please like and subscribe to Steph's Veg, and I'll catch up with you again soon.